Alexander the Great of Macedonia. Welcome to our video. Today, we're diving into the incredible life of one of history's most iconic leaders. Alexander the Great. Alexander of Macedonia was not just a king. He was a conqueror, a visionary, and a tactical genius whose empire stretched across 3 continents. But what made him so successful? What drove him to build one of the largest empires in history? Let's take a closer look at his journey, his strategies, and the legacy he left behind. Early life. Alexander was born in 356 BC in Pella, an ancient city in Macedonia. He was the son of King Philip II and Queen Olympias. Alexander was set for greatness from an early age. He received a royal education and was trained in many different fields, from philosophy to warfare. One of the most influential people in his early life was the famous Greek philosopher Aristotle, who taught him. Through Aristotle, Alexander learned about philosophy, science, literature, and more, which played a key role in the development of his thinking and leadership style. Alexander grew up in a warrior culture and learned to be fearless, confident, and ambitious. His father, King Philip, was a successful general who expanded Macedonia's territory, and Alexander grew up watching his father's military exploits. Alexander's journey to King of Macedonia. Alexander's path to becoming King of Macedonia was marked by the ambition, strategic acumen, and leadership of his father, Philip II, born in 356 BC to King Philip II and Queen Olympias in Pella, Macedonia. Showing exceptional talent from an early age, he was raised by the philosopher Aristotle, who instilled in him a love of knowledge, philosophy, and strategy. Philip II had unified most of the Greek city-states under Macedonian control, laying the foundations of a powerful empire. As his son, Alexander was poised to succeed him. He learned military tactics and leadership skills by accompanying his father on his military expeditions. At the time of Philip in 336 BC, however, he ascended to the throne at just 20 years old when Alexander was murdered in 200 BC. Alexander rapidly consolidated his power by eliminating potential rivals and putting down rebellions in the Greek city-states. He then devoted himself to realizing his father's dream of conquering Persia. Combining military genius, diplomatic skill, and sheer daring, he led an army across Asia Minor and defeated the armies of the Persian Empire. Victories at battles such as Issus and Gaugamela consolidated his control over a vast territory, making him one of the most powerful rulers of his time. Building an empire, Hellespont, now the Dardanelles, into Asia Minor. This marked the beginning of a series of battles and conquests that would last for decades. Battle of Granicus, 334 BC, his first major battle against a Persian satrap, governor, was successful. It demonstrated his tactical brilliance and inspired his troops. Battle of Issus, 333 BC. Alexander fought against Persian king Darius III in. Though outnumbered, Alexander's strategic maneuvers led to a decisive victory, forcing Darius to flee. Siege of Tyre, 332 BC. One of his most notable feats was the Siege of Tyre, a heavily fortified island city. Alexander built a causeway across the sea to reach the city, demonstrating his ingenuity and determination. Conquest of Egypt, 332 BC. In Egypt, Alexander was welcomed as a liberator. He founded the city of Alexandria, which became an important center of culture and learning. Battle of Gaugamela, 331 BC. This was the decisive battle against Darius III, where Alexander's small army outwitted and defeated the larger Persian army, leading to the collapse of the Persian Empire. By the age of 30, Alexander had created an empire that stretched from Greece to Egypt and east to India. Why were Alexander and his army so successful? Great leadership. Alexander was a charismatic leader who led from the front. He inspired loyalty in his troops, and they followed him wherever he went. Excellent military tactics. Alexander was a brilliant strategist. He often used innovative tactics, like combining a phalanx formation with a cavalry charge, to defeat his enemies. He adapted his strategy to different terrains and opponents, giving him a great advantage. Strong and well-trained army. Alexander inherited a well-disciplined and experienced army from his father. He maintained rigorous training and paid close attention to logistics to ensure his soldiers were always ready for battle. Psychological warfare. Alexander understood the importance of psychology in warfare. He used propaganda, psychological tactics, and even generosity to win over cities and rulers without bloodshed. For example, he often treated defeated leaders with respect, which helped him gain their cooperation. Cultural integration. Unlike many conquerors, Alexander adopted aspects of the cultures he conquered. He respected local customs, married local women, and encouraged his men to do the same. This helped him reduce resistance from the local population and maintain control over his vast empire. The death of Alexander. Alexander's amazing journey came to an end in 323 BC. Suddenly, at just 32 years old, he fell ill and died in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar II in Babylon. The exact cause of his death remains a mystery to historians. Some believe it was from natural causes like malaria or typhus, while others speculate that he may have been poisoned. After his sudden death, his empire was left without a clear successor. Alexander had a son, Alexander IV, born after his death but too young to rule, creating confusion. What happened to his empire afterwards? After Alexander's death, without a strong central authority, his empire began to disintegrate quickly. His generals, known as the Diadochi, successors, fought each other for control of different parts of the empire. This led to a series of conflicts known as the Diadochi Wars. Eventually, the empire was divided into several Hellenistic kingdoms, the most famous of which are Ptolemy Kingdom of Egypt, ruled by Ptolemy, one of Alexander's trusted generals. Seleucid Empire in the Middle East, founded by another commander, Seleucus. Antigonid, Kingdom of Macedonia and Greece, led by Antigonus and his descendants. Though the United Empire didn't last long, Alexander's conquests had a lasting impact. They spread Greek culture, language, and ideas over a vast region, leading to the Hellenistic period, influencing everything from art and architecture to science and philosophy. Alexander the Great's success wasn't just down to military prowess. It was his vision, leadership, and ability to unite different cultures that made him a legendary figure. His life was short, but his influence was profound. He laid the foundations for a new era of cultural exchange and fusion that shaped the ancient world and beyond. Today, we still remember Alexander not simply as a conqueror, but as an icon of ambition, strategy, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content about great people in history.